everybody. My name is Adam, and I'm going to play some Mind. Anything is working. Yes, it's working now. Hello, everybody. Yes, so I've been playing things that are not Minecraft. And by things, I mean Civilization. But Civilization is not actually, exactly. It's just conquer, 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 conquer. And I was playing Civilization 3, which is actually younger than Minecraft, if you can imagine. I need to get rid of that there. All right. But I was quite surprised by how many people joined the stream. And I was like, I didn't want to do my normal thing of talking about random stuff because I didn't want to scare people away. But on the other hand, talking about random stuff is kind of what I do. It's my brand. This is the base of my gigantic pyramid. So I will check the chat after every stack that I get rid of. And I think once I actually get the first level done, it's going to be a lot easier because it's easier to put blocks on solid blocks than it is to put them on the water. For one thing, that doesn't happen. And let's start here. All right, let's check the chat. Let's see if there's anybody watching. 2 people are watching, one from Twitch and one from YouTube. I have kind of a theory that maybe, for whatever reason, Civ is more popular on YouTube, or maybe it's just that the discoverability is better so that when people see that you're doing something different, they'll actually watch it on YouTube, but I don't know. Uh-oh. Danger, 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 danger. Random block floating in the water. Ah! Adam! Wait. I need a different setup. Just speaking to my son and I forgot to ask him something very important. I mean, it's not world-endingly important, but I should hope not. But I did want to ask him about it. And I forgot. I forgot. Another weird thing about Twitch is that you can't have multiple categories listed on your profile at once. So if you want to, for example, stream Civilization and Minecraft, you have to manually switch them. Which would be much better if you could just have like some kind of notice like, hey, now I'm playing Minecraft, or now I'm doing Switch. No. Well, actually, that works. Because the gravel is usually it's going to be on the second level, but this works because I accidentally put some stuff down there like that. Ooh, we have 3 people now. 2 people on Twitch and 1 person on YouTube. No, thank you very much. So I'm about to sign the contract. Maybe I didn't say that, but I signed a contract with my landlord today that I would live here for another year, which is okay because I like the place. It's near my work. And I mean, there are some problems with it that I think maybe I could invest some time in fixing myself. Because I like my landlord, but he is kind of like, well, I don't know. I think if I told him that there was a problem, he would fix it. It's just his way of fixing things leaves a bit to be desired sometimes. So anyway, he's here to sign the contract today. And it's a bit less than I was expecting. So I'm like, are you sure you didn't say this number? And he's like, no, I said that number. I'm like, okay, great. Which is really good. That's the good thing about him, is that he's pretty honest when it comes to the price, because he is. So I we talked about that. And I'm like, okay, let's sign it. And he's like, oh, you should read it. There might be some changes. And I'm like, did you make any changes? He's like, no, but there might be. So I'm like, okay, that's weird. Still have 3 people. Also, I was, YouTube was recommending me random stuff. So I started watching it. And it was like those kind of AI explainer videos about different things. So then I got recommended more and more stranger stuff. And one was there was this group of people called Love is One. And I think I watched a Netflix documentary about them. Because basically, and this is the crazy part, the lady who started this decided that she was, I don't know, 50,000 years old and the reincarnation of all of these different deities like Jesus and Marilyn Monroe and some other people. And that's a pretty dubious claim, but she also said that she was able to cure people just by having telephone calls with them. And she would charge, to be fair, actually a reasonable rate for this service. Like she'd charge $60 per phone call, and then they'd have some kind of psychic surgery. So if it was true that this lady was really doing that, $60 would be kind of a deal. But of course, and people called her like Mother Goddess, and they kind of gave up all of their lives to go live with her in different apartments and stuff. And it's just so weird, because wouldn't you stop and think like, okay, you say that you're like this Mother Goddess, so do something, like perform a miracle or something? Well, the actual end of her life was pretty sad, and I think a lot of times the people, when you read or hear stories about that, it's the people who suffer in the cult the most. And I think that they did suffer in that cult. So, but I think what was strange about that was that she also suffered. It was self-inflicted, to be sure, but she said that she could do all of this healing, but she actually got cancer. So she was trying to pray away the cancer, and she actually turned blue because she was ingesting so much I think it's called colloidal silver. And if you ingest too much silver, it does turn you blue. So basically, she had an eating disorder and she had cancer and she was blue and she starved to death, I guess. So then she's living in this apartment with all of the members of the group. And so instead of calling the police or whatever, they just put her body in bed and put lights on it. Like, they weren't thinking that, if you want to preserve a body, you just don't leave it there to rot. So I think that's one of the rare situations where she was also a victim. Yeah, we lost one person because I was talking about that. Probably. Maybe they just got bored. I don't know. So yeah, I'm just surprised at the gullibility of people. Then there was another group, I forgot that they were called, like the University of Consciousness or whatever. And this guy just started it and he would charge like $100 or $333 per month for these courses. And they were just like weird stuff. But basically like the product of his imagination, right? That blacks and Latinos were some kind of blue race before, and they had like these third eyes. And but anyway, he went to prison because he was not a great guy before he started doing this. So he went to prison, but people still supported him and like had a petition to get him out of prison. I need to take a break. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. But anyway, the guy went to prison. The guy went to prison and and the members of his group were like, living off the grid and committing like petty crimes or stuff. What's also weird about these two groups is I don't think that they were connected whatsoever, but they both believed that, people were recharged by looking at the sun. So that they would tell their followers to, look at the sun. And this one guy, he basically looked at the sun until he went blind, which is crazy because, you know, we we talk about like ancient societies being more stupid than we are because of various reasons. Um, but I don't think any group was telling their followers to stare into the sun until they go blind, because that is a group that's not going to last very long. Ow, my foot. My foot. They released a bunch of reviews recently. I watched The Prestige yesterday, which I was very surprised. It was one of those movies where I thought that it was a certain way, but I was completely wrong. Eh, Ooh, pretty. Still two people. Yeah, so we can say that Minecraft is not the most easy to gain a following in. mean street. I don't mean in a cult sort of way. I mean in a viewership kind of way. Okay, I need to write to my friend. Yeah. I don't know which way is homeward bound now. Home. Wish I was home. Well, I didn't check the chat, but there's probably no one there, but I will check anyway. I checked anyway. Oh, there's 4 people now. 3 people on YouTube. 1 person on Twitch. YouTube is great. I don't know what Twitch is doing. I think it's just it's a discoverability problem with Twitch. Because I think with Twitch, you really have to go out looking for things that you want to watch. And YouTube, through the FYP page, or I guess I don't call it FYP, I think that's TikTok, but through the Shorts page, you get recommendations and people watch, which is great. I'm falling and I can't get up. Okay, that's homeward bound. But anyway, I appreciate anyone who takes time to watch my randomness. Oh no, I got rid of my gravel. What? How did that happen? I don't know where I put it. I missed. All right. Check again because I need a little bit of a break. Now there's 5 people watching. 5 glorious people. 5. You can write some comments if you want. You don't have to, of course. No pressure here. You can just watch me destroy the ocean. One bit by a time. One bit by bit by bit. Do 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 do. Oh no. Now we have 6 people watching. That is nice. Thank you very much. So I think maybe it's not about what game I'm playing. It's just that people, they have subscribed because they watch my streams. They like me? Maybe. I don't know. Fishy, 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 fishy. Lots of salmon down there. You know, it's crazy that Minecraft is a very odd simulation of reality because those fish don't exist unless I am nearby enough that the chunks would generate. So it's completely dependent on the actions of the player, what the reality of. But they exist in potential. Kind of like Plato, I guess. The philosopher. All right. I am drinking an adult beverage, and I don't know if I can show that on stream or not. So you can see my cup, but you can't see the beverage. So I think that's safe. Na, 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 na. Oh, wait. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, I was wondering what I did with the gravel, and I didn't do anything with the gravel. Ah. 3,000 species of tropical fish, but only a few birds. What's up with that? 7 people. Wow, that's amazing. I really, really appreciate it. I sounded sarcastic, but I really do appreciate it. I'm in the groove. Groove is in the house. Yeah. Groove is in the house. Yeah. No. I keep saying no like Apollo does. Apollo the gray, African gray parrot. If you don't know who Apollo is, he's great. It's actually kind of like an experiment to see, what you can actually train a African gray parrot to do. And you can train them to recognize colors and shapes. I think they tried numbers too, but it didn't really go so well. You just be like, what color? What? And then they have like videos of him just randomly going like, work, 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 work. And no! What's this? Oh. Yeah, I need to get rid of that too. It's weird how like our entire perception of the world is shaped by what we actually consume and what we consumed in media when we were younger. Like, I saw this thing and they were talking about Alf, and the guy was like explaining Alf, and I'm like, why do you have to explain Alf? Alf was awesome. But yeah, apparently Alf didn't last very long because the creator of Alf wanted Alf to be treated as an actor who happened to be an alien. And my friend who texted me earlier, she just said sure. And it's not a problem to say sure, but like whenever I say sure, she's like, okay. So now I'm not sure if she's being sarcastic or something. Also, I think I told this story already, but not everybody watches every stream. So she had a baby recently. I haven't met this baby yet. And so I'm like, I have a week off. So it's like, hey, you want to meet sometime this week? She's like, do you want to meet me or the baby? And I'm like, how do I respond to that in a way that you're not going to be offended? So I said both because obviously both, but like, so weird. It's great. We're all weird in our own ways. Ooh. Let's see. I also do this thing where I actually, no, I'm not going to tell you that. A man must keep some secrets hidden, even though he streams on the internet for a while. So Kubek says 6 people on YouTube, you're getting more popular. I guess so. 7 people now with you. I guess so. I really appreciate it. It's nice. So I guess it doesn't matter what I'm streaming actually, because it was that amount with Civ and this amount with Minecraft. Okay, I can't have a hole in my Minecraft bottom. Oh, it's 2. Oh, it's 4. Fine, I'll do it the hard way. Okay, I will check the chat after every 2 stacks. I don't have very many stacks left, but those are the rules, which I said I was going to write up, but I didn't actually. Well, I was Busy sleeping until 9:30. Yeah, I slept into 9:30 today, which is like huge for me because usually I wake up at least at 6 and sometimes at like 5 or something. It's probably just easier to go in a line. Okay, I have 2 stacks of cobblestone left. 9 people. 9 people on. That's crazy. 9 people. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this little section. I think if I were a fish, I wouldn't live under there. I would move to somewhere else. Because the sunlight is not going to be around much longer. Nor will the ocean. It will be all land and pyramid. Beautiful land, beautiful pyramid. Ah. Okay. Yes, I believe I have one little tiny gravel thing left. I need to check the chat now because I will be, we have 10 people. That's great. Checking the chat now because I will be preoccupied with making some stuff. Because the outer, so that's my baby pyramid. The outer pyramid is going to be, like the casing is going to be limestone and the interior of the pyramid can be whatever. So in this case, it is gravel because gravel you can't put on the bottom layer for obvious reasons. And all of those chests had material in it. They don't all have material now, but I'm going to use sand now. And I'm going to make it into sandstone. I want to see how much sandstone you can use. Okay. 99. Okay, it seems to be 64 times 4 makes 64 sandstone. So basically it's 4 blocks of sand for one thing of sandstone. I'm going to leave 4 places. That's 6. Okay. That works out pretty well. I think I'm going to need a lot more sand, though. Okay, we'll do the same thing, leaving 4 spaces. I know, very exciting, turning sand into sandstone action here. but it's necessary because it's going to be the outside of the pyramid. Okay. Actually, I could just leave one space. Okay. Just checking the chat. Kubik's doing the Moss block challenge. He's waiting for nighttime. We lost one person when I was crafting my sandstone. Yeah, so he was trying to explain the Moss block challenge to me. It sounds very complicated. But he said that he wants a project, which I can completely understand, as I have a big project here in Minecraft as well. Oh no. Okay. Making your way in the world today takes everything you got. Sometimes I wanna. Sandstone says. Okay, we got a lot of sandstone. Wait a minute. Yes, sand. All right. Okay. Sometimes you want to go wherever. Well, I notice when I start singing, people leave, obviously. So maybe I shouldn't do that. Or maybe I should. Dun dun dun. Yeah, maybe I won't. Okay. We are really getting a lot of sandstone here. I mean, not as much as I expected, but. Seems like there's always space for sandstone. Okay, I have maybe one more trip to go. One more trip to go. I think I'm going to have a bit of sand left over. A bit of sand left over. Yes, I do have a bit of sand. You're going to fit in there? Yes, you'll fit in there. Perfect. Okay, let me check the chat. Oh, we did lose a few people. They were like, crafting sandstone. Pshaw! It's necessary for my beautiful pyramid, though. You'll see. It'll be awesome. And you'll be jealous of my beautiful pyramid. And we're always glad you came. Oh, sorry, it's stuck in my head now. It's a lot quicker not on the ocean to place blocks. Still 7 people. Pretty impressive nonetheless. Just wondering how far this side I can go. Because I might have a situation where I have more sandstone than I can actually use right now. Because to use the sandstone, I need this layer here done, and then I need the second layer at least done. Yeah, I could go along there, but I'm not going to. I wonder how it looks. Oh yeah, that's gonna look awesome. Of course, I'm like probably 5% done. So putting the sandstone here might be a little bit preemptive, but do. It is a lot easier than on the ocean. Oh, we're up to 8 people again. Yeah, anyway, the Moss Challenge sounds crazy. Like, difficult. Okay, so now this is not what we want, this block here. It's gotta be all sandstone. At least the outer layer. I'm a bit worried that I will have enough to go to the end, and then I'll have this extra sandstone. Back down to 7. Building my pyramid. Building my pyramid. Building my pyramid. Oh no. I mean, I can stay like that. Not ideal though. Can't have cobblestone there. This is very hypnotic. Need relaxing music for this, I think. Checking the chat cause I need a break. Checking the chat cause I need a break. Checking the chat cause I need a break. Break, 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 break. I also have the side effect when you are drinking beer that, I gotta pee. I was watching the movie because I have this project to review, be the most prolific reviewer of all time, which means to have reviewed the most official reviews. And it's kind of, I just did it as a sort of a thing to do. And there's not really a record for that. The most that I could find that somebody has reviewed was 15,000 books, I believe, which is crazy. Like that's a feat, reviewing 15,000 books, because you had to have read them. And the guy apparently did read them all. So that was the only semi-official record I could find. So I just want to, like, books, movies, podcasts, TV shows, whatever. So as part of this, I thought I could watch, the movies that are considered to be the greatest. So I have a list of about 300 movies. And I've already watched a lot of them, but I didn't remember them. So one that I watched was Cinema Paradiso. And I have seen this movie before, but I didn't really remember it. And it's an okay movie, but there's not really much plot to it. But anyway, the funny part that I wanted to talk about was they're in the school, and it's a bunch of kids in the school, and this one kid has been asked to do a multiplication problem on the board, and the teacher is like, "You idiot! What's 5 times 5?" And he can't get it, so every time he gets it, the teacher bashes his head against the chalkboard. And the protagonist, the hero of this story, has some kind of magazine, and he flips to this advertisement, and it says like 25 lire or whatever. So he's pointing to the 25, and he says, "Frederico, 25." But there's like, it's a Christmas advertisement, right? So the teacher is like, "What is the answer?" And Frederico is like, "Christmas." So I thought that was pretty funny. So I thought I maybe wouldn't have enough sandstone for this, but now I fear like it will never end. And this is just an endless bit of pyramid base that I've built. Oh, we're down to 5 people. I don't know, maybe my pyramid building isn't that exciting. I think it's pretty exciting. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Okay, don't sing, Adam. No. Also, my daughter, she goes to music school. And she has a concert on Thursday. And she's like, oh, you're invited because you're my dad, but you don't really want to go. And I'm like, well, why not? She's like, oh, because it's going to be very long and it's not just about me. It's like these little kids and stuff. I don't have anything to do that day, so I'm going to go. I'm going to go anyway. I just thought that was funny because I was like, if you really don't want me to go, I won't go. But I don't have anything to do that day, so I'll probably go. She was like, damn it. Okay, I'm going to have enough. And then some. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. So the pyramid will go through that little island there. And I don't want to waste all my sandstone making the second layer because it needs to be used for the casing of the pyramid. But all right, I'm going to finish for today. Thank you very much for your time.